Thanks for staying with us. So it's been found by a data collection corporation, so to speak, StatiSense, that there are some sites on mobile that many Nigerians frequent, and they had to rate it on a scale of 10 to 1. That's highest. The site that has more of the numbers, and then to the lowest. And I'm going to be mentioning those sites here. So they said Google. Should I not mention it?
You have to pim some of them.
I have to pim some. Google, about 382 to 68 million. Then there's another site. You people will find out later. 52.02 million. But if I don't mention it, how do we discuss it?
Adult
Yes,
site.
adult
It's an
site.
adult site.
Yes, adult site. 52.02 million people go there. Then Sporty Bets, 46.44 million people go there. Bet Niger, 36.7 million people go there. Facebook, about 30.86 million. And then there's also another adult site that 28.16 million people visit. YouTube, 26.86 million. There's another one, Goal, 18.43 million people. Flashcore, making number 9, 16.67 million. And then Live Score. I don't know what those other sites are.
There's
Sports, okay.
There's
Well, you know the adult site.
You
know that one.
Please don't accuse me this morning.
Of course, she's an adult.
And now yes, I'm an adult.
Adult.
Thank you. And now the question is, how does this describe us as a nation? We have a lot of issues that we talk about every day here. We have a lot of burning issues, political issues, policy issues, economic issues, educational issues, and all the issues that are bedeviling us in the country. And then we have people coming down to visit some sites on a regular. Auntie Miriam, the holiest of the holies, on the table, please tell us what your thoughts are when you saw the statistics.
When I saw it, I just thought, okay, this is a healthy statistic, because the Google says over 300 million Nigerians visit that. So it shows that these are Nigerians with curious minds, and they're looking for, except of course, if they are Googling to find out where the adult sites are. But I don't know, so curious mind that, enjoy,
learning.
Surfing, learning.
the activities of the other room, that also enjoy, what do you call it, sports and things like that. And we're also on YouTube a lot. And of course, as you know, a lot of our movies are on YouTube these days.
Yes.
So I know many Nigerians are there. But it's interesting to see that, our appetites, what it is that we like to do, what do we enjoy doing. For me, I did not even recognize some of these sites that you people are saying. Google and Facebook, yes, I know. All the others, and YouTube, the others, I don't even know what they are.
Okay.
So I'm not even part of this statistic. Jesus. But, it just shows that I wish this showed us, maybe if it was a further breakdown, are they children? Are they men? Are they women? What age? That sort of thing. Now it will show us if there's a danger that's happening.
That's
if
looming.
it's more children that are going on there, then what is happening? What age group is going on there? So for me, that would make more sense. But that a lot of people consume adult content. We're humans. If we're not consuming it visually, we're consuming it physically.
Talk about what are your thoughts?
Okay, so for me, it's not shocking. The median age in Nigeria is 17, and that means we have majority of our population below 40, below 30, below 20, majority. So it's obvious, and we have more men than women. The ratio tilts more towards men. So for me, I look at it and I'm like, these are young people. Even when we could not get the statistics, people were selling, they were selling the tapes and the magazines. So now that there is now social media, obviously, young people would want to explore. And we have enough population to warrant that number. And based on my own personal beliefs, I am totally repulsed by the idea of going to a website and getting addicted into adult content. But I can't, for the life of me, if you are not addicted to something, if you find an addiction that this is something I cannot do without, no matter what it is, sugar, drugs, alcohol, everything can be bad if you cannot do without it. Yeah. But if it is a case of, I've had sex therapists talk about the fact that they ask married couples struggling in the other room to explore those kind of websites to educate themselves because they had no idea before getting married. I do not support it, but I know they do it. So when we have data like this, when we have data like this, I like what Mariam said, when we dissect it a bit more, it helps us to understand ourselves. When we don't know who we are, we're unable to solve the problems associated with who we are. Because when the one that shocks me most among all of this, not even the adult content, it is the betting websites. It is the fact that many young people, underage, and you see on those betting websites, it is popping them that they shouldn't bet unless they are 18 and above. But my kids see it in all, like, you know, it shows on YouTube, YouTube that I have already put for their age. It drops into the ads. It is everywhere. They know. Like, mommy is betting. Just cancel it. Let's go and go to where you want to download. They know it is betting because they keep putting betting in the faces of these children. Yeah. And betting, gambling is very addictive. So for me, as a country that is struggling with finances, we have many people vulnerable and hoping for, I will turn my 10 naira into 10 million naira. And so people are putting in their all into this system without us protecting and ensuring that we have enough ways to remedy people out of the system. So yes, adult content might be worrisome for some people. Me, betting and betting website is more worrisome for me as part of the top 10 websites that Nigerians are visiting. What?
The betting made it to number 3 here.
Yes.
Number 3 and number 4. Yeah, different betting sites. Dami,
okay.
What are your thoughts?
When I saw these statistics, I think earlier last week, I looked through and like Miriam said, Google, yes, we're inquisitive enough to want to research. And sometimes you even go on Google and you see that, oh, this particular name is most researched. Probably there's a story around it. I remember during the Hilda Bashi time, she was like the most searched person. People now want to learn. Google has done so much advert that the next available thing, even if somebody is saying something, you're going on Google to check. So it's, for me, it's a good thing that if Nigerians can be on that edge of curiosity, they want to learn, they want to know, they don't want you to hide them under the carpet anymore, they want to be aware. So Google is your friend. Good. Site number 2. Is it that site number 2? I used to think that we are holy. No, let's not lie. Let's not steal. I know site number 2. So that we will not steal. I know site number 2.
Oh, because if we can lie, we can steal.
Yes. And if you can steal, you can kill. You can go to site number 2.
Okay. Yes, they all work together.
That's why they work together. So that's why I'll say I know site number 2, but circumstantially, I think a friend of mine too, they were at this stage of the husband said he was in, you are too dormant, you are just there, not here. So she said somebody in her religious institution actually mentioned site number 2 to her. So I used to think that we were really holier than thou, but the truth is that even the pastor on the pulpit, even the imam, we all engage in extracurricular activities.
I like that.
You understand? Behind closed doors, if you cannot sprint on the track, you can sprint inside. The sprinting is within responsibility. You get it. But
sprinting
now,
with sense.
Yeah, sprinting with sense. Do you understand? But now, another thing that's caught my attention is I saw a video where one of these influencers on Facebook, Oji Baba, was disciplining a child. And he was asking the child, are you going to go to that site again? The child said, no. The boy was about 17, 18. I posted a video on my page. Are you going to go to that site? Oh, yeah, say it's that. I will not do something. I will not. I mean, so if this kind of statistics come out and there's that kind of punishment, the mother of the child actually reported to the guy. But he's a paramilitary person, so he came in to step in as a disciplinarian. And in my head, I'm like, okay, the younger people now, what are they consuming? I think it's because they are fallow. There's nothing they are doing. What about delay? I do mind. So you want to explore. And the stage, the age which they are, is that age that they are getting aware of, okay, I can explore. Okay, I can do this. Okay, I can do that. And they want to go into even where their parents are not going into. So sometimes it bewilds me that I don't think we're paying enough attention to what we should be paying attention to. Yes, children, youths, from the age of 18, legalized adults, can begin to try out, to know, so that they will not fall victims. Because sometimes, too, these extracurricular activities, so I've heard a story of a girl who said because she was so into the guy and he introduced her to the backside. And along the line, she got hooked on it.
Aye.
If she had experience and she had seen different. I remember one that somebody told me about. He sent me the clips, and I was blown away. Like, how? Kilabadebi.
You now watch the clips.
I watched a bit, but I will not lie. I watched a bit, but because it was the whole of the feast, and
it's okay.
So that's just, you know, when you are blowing up, and so sometimes for me, I'm like, what are we consuming? What are we doing? The first 3 sites is worrisome. Yeah. Maybe let's take number 1 out of it, but number 2 and number 3, because that's what majorly our youths are engaging into.
The 4.
Or first 4.
Yeah.
Let's take out, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
And these 2, 3, and 4 is not going to bring any revenue to you directly. Yeah. If you don't lose in sport bet, I don't think you'll go back there.
Some people bet to
their head is that I must win. One day I will win. So the little money you're supposed to even probably start something small, invest in yourself, invest in some materials to grow your own brain as a plant. Environmentalists, they will not water their brain.
Let me pause you here. So I beg to differ in a lot of ways. We are assuming that it's only the young people that are actually going to these sites. Yeah. We have elderly people who visit these sites.
Help me.
We have people who are struggling in their sex life, in their home, like you rightly mentioned, you know, who go to these sites to learn 1 or 2 things. We have people who, they are not learning anything, no, they just want to add more skill, who frequent the site. They are not addicted, though, but they go there regularly to get some, you know, monkey in the shadow moves that they can use. We have all of this. Now, does that make us a hypocritical people? Because at the same time, every religious days, and this is across all religion, you know, I don't want to just put it on Christians, all religion. We see people who are, you know, attending in all holiness, and then for the rest of the week, they are, you know, like somebody said, I give my life to Jesus on Sundays, I take it back from Monday, hold it. Myself, then on Sunday morning again, I come and hand it over to him. And as I'm leaving the church, I'm collecting my life back, you know, so I can do the things that I enjoy doing. And we have all of that. And for me, it's just showing the hypocritical nature that we have. And the fact that we are not coming out to have some very important conversations, but we are going behind and everybody's self-helping themselves. And so what brings my mind to that?
So now let's, you know, further break it down. So if we're looking at the data and let's say we're looking at more children watching this. So, you know, we've discussed at what age a child should have access to the internet. Could this now be this would now be a statistic that a parent is looking at and thinking, then I need to be more careful. Maybe I should hold off on giving them access to the internet yet, or maybe I should have a different sort of conversation concerning how we can access this internet in a way that I am able to keep an eye on you.
Monitor them.
Secondly, you mentioned something that I found really curious. You said a family going through something in church, and they were advised.
Not church, coach.
Mine was a church.
Okay, like
somebody in the church.
Coach, and then they advise you to go to this site. Now, for me, this is serious because I think I'm a young person or an older person. I'm in the church. I've given my life to Christ. I want to live a certain way. And I have these issues. Where is the Christian, religious, holy place that I can go to get the right information? Because one thing that makes this site a problem, there are some people that are smart enough to get what they need to get in a healthy way, but this thing can take you down a rabbit hole, as I've heard.
If you don't have control,
I've never been. So it takes you down the rabbit hole of whatever. And, you know, you're young, you're curious, and you find information that you should not even be engaging in the first place. So where would I send, whether we like it or not, as a child gets to that 18, 16, puberty, they start getting curious. Their bodies start making them think things and feel things. Where can I take a child, a growing adult, or a couple that is going through issues, that it can go in safe, discreetly, learn things that can help them, but healthy? So that's something I would look at if I was a coach, if I was a church, like, you know, what sort of content can I invest in that? Then, you know, for the betting thing, I find it annoying in the sense that in different platforms, we talk against it, but our country publishes it, broadcasts it.
Everywhere.
You know,
it's allowed.
Everywhere. Major, the sponsor endorse all sorts of people, you know, all sorts of people that you respect and love, you know. So what are we? Why, on the one hand, we're saying we hate betting, and then on the other hand, they are part of all our sponsorship deals and activities. Yeah. What exactly are we? What are we complaining about?
We need to pick a side.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's take a breather here. When we come back, we explore the conversation further. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.